Hi there, this is Regina Young. I'm the Outreach and Injury Prevention Coordinator for Erlanger Trauma Services. I've got my good friend John Harmon, Lieutenant with the Tennessee Highway Patrol here, and we want to talk to you about being safe and driving during the holidays and avoiding driving under the influence. John?
Well, good morning, Regina. Thank you, thank Erlanger for having me and represent Tennessee Highway Patrol here for this important message coming into the holidays.
Certainly, driving under the influence has always been a big part of what the Tennessee Highway Patrol kind of watches for during the holidays and year-round. And typically, a good portion of our motor vehicle accidents that result in major trauma have some type of alcohol or drug-related component. So we think it's super important that you be aware and be careful, drive defensively, and make sure that you're not driving under the influence. I want to ask John how THP goes about making sure everyone's safe during the holidays.
Well, 2020 is very unusual for all of us. This has been a year of, it's been a nightmare year for everyone. And now that we're coming into the holidays, we don't really know how this holiday period's gonna be. But I rest assured there's gonna be drinking.
Absolutely.
There's gonna be some social distance drinking at parties and gatherings, and people are gonna try to do their best to have those gatherings.
Absolutely.
And every year about this time, and on into the first of the year, drinking and driving, it's a problem every day, but it seems to be a little bigger problem during that time, and you expect it. We would encourage, and we always encourage, that if you have a drink, just one drink, I would encourage you to find a designated driver. If it's you and your wife doesn't drink, and you have one at a function or at a restaurant, let your wife drive. It is so important to let a designated driver, someone that is not under the influence. And it's not just about alcohol, it's about prescription medication.
Absolutely. Certainly the opioid epidemic has been something that has been a major focus the past 3 years. And certainly it doesn't have to be an alcohol-related drink. Someone who's taking a prescription medicine can also be impaired behind the wheel.
But coming into the holidays, I tell you, even in so many times, the alcoholic driver is injuring an innocent person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so important to drive defensively, drive in the right lane, because that 12-inch double yellow line, everything that, you need to look at it from the perspective of you and your family. Everything that's coming at you, coming down the road, is a threat to you and your family.
Mm-hmm.
So put your distractions down. Don't drink and drive, and you be watching the vehicle coming at you if they're distracted or they're weaving because they've had too much to drink, and be able to defend your family, because it's actually about you and your family.
Absolutely. And I know you and I've talked many times about some of the things we can do to be safe in our own cars and drive defensively. You mentioned staying in the right-hand lane. So even if a car does cross that 1 foot or 12 inches of that double yellow line, making sure that you're far enough over that they can't hit you as easy. Of course, we've already talked about making sure that you and your family members are buckled in your seat belts and booster seats and infant car seats securely. Avoid our distracted driving. I know one of the things that you've mentioned in the past is making sure that the doors are locked.
Yes, yes.
Well, do you have any other tips for driving safety and being safe in our cars?
Well, with the amount of congestion that's on our roadways, and of course Chattanooga, we know Chattanooga traffic, oh, it's awful. And that's a good thing. People are traveling and spending money and they're working, and that's a great thing to have. We just have to control our attitude sometimes we're in this heavy traffic, but what I would encourage is we need to watch our following distances in
Okay,
these heavy traffic times, because that traffic can stop suddenly, and we're having too many, rear-end collisions on the interstate system, because so many people are driving so fast, and then all of a sudden, an incident will happen a mile up the road, and traffic will come to a complete stop, similar to what possibly could have happened last week with our fatalities here in the Chattanooga area.
gotcha, I gotcha. Well, thank you, Lieutenant Harmon. I really appreciate the time you spent with us today. It's always wonderful when Erlanger Trauma can partner with THP. We've had a good partnership over
Yes,
the years.
yes.
Is there anything else you think we need to mention before we conclude this
Well,
last
we
video?
never miss an opportunity to talk about those seatbelts. It is the
Absolutely.
most important thing that you can do for you and your family. I know you all see a lot of trauma come through here, but our goal is for everyone to arrive alive.
All right. Thank you very much.